Hey guys, HaloPlasma324, welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. Alright, what I'm about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready? I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I'm not ready. I only get as far as turning the doorknob before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not. I believe that this school is a battleground, the site of a feminist infiltration. That this disparity in the number of men to women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have superiority in numbers. Just another skirmish in the internal war against the force of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not a 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time, man. Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up their numbers. In the past, the buildup of a military has always been the clearest sign of imminent war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass, and the country itself is small and isolated, yet a huge part of the Pacific in terms of political value. The perfect target. They're so cunning, as expected of women. Soon, the day will come when... Kenji's voice trails off ominously. That is why you can't trust them. They will string you along and then kill you, just as they killed me. You will end up just like me. Oh, hell no. I can't stop myself from blurting it out. Hey, what the hell does that mean? You said it, not me. It's the best I can think of. So, you're not supposed to say something like that? Damn, so rude. Where was I? Oh yeah, vast feminist conspiracy. Stop it. Stop. I lost you way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration. Too hard to follow? It's cool, I have some graphs and stuff in my room. And puppets. You like puppets? No puppets. You don't like puppets? Okay, graphs is still cool though, right? He speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I had pegged him as relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong. Something on your mind, dude? Just think about what it's like to be the last sane man in an insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset. You mean that's you? That can't be, because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. That's my dream. You can't just steal a man's dream. What the hell? There can't be two last sane men. It would invalidate that whole last part. That part is kind of important. There can be only one. Like in that foreign movie where there could be only one. And in the end there was only like one dude left, because that was the point. Highlander, of course. I've never seen anyone talk so heatedly and so defensively about absolutely nothing before. Anyway, if you wait here I can get my graphs. I also have a list of the other dark and complex conspiracies that this school holds. As tangled as... Quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal. I'm going to go to bed now. It's extremely late. That doesn't sound like an analogy, but whatever. I like you. You seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about when I try to explain the vast feminist conspiracy to them. Denial is a terrible thing. Later. He claps me on the back and then vanishes into his room so quickly and quietly, it's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right through it like a ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and just go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. It takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on homework. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks. It feels good just lying there with my eyes closed. The school is like some kind of bizarre and surreal island. It's located on top of a mountain, and each person is stranger than the last. I just can't seem to fit in. What irony. One would think that fitting in a place like that's made for people who aren't fit for anywhere else would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Although I say that, it doesn't hit the edge off, and the words are left echoing off my empty walls. I guess it's not as bad as I expected, though. This place is really more a school and less a hospital pretending it's a school than I thought it would be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all. Did I mention I was going on the Shizune path? I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anyway. I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be a heavy. Just heavy. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try, and I don't have an answer for them if they do. So, the situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head to see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. If this is a smile that says, "We have you now, there is no escape." Hey Chan, it looks like we're together again! Yay, yay! Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping in the window isn't the best option, sadly. Why are you trying to avoid them, Hisao? No, work with them. Get to know them. Yeah, it's your decision. You're going after Shizune one way or another, because I'm forcing you to. Well, it's basically what I'm doing. Anyway. What's wrong, Hichan? Oh, Hichan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, Hichan. We were talking about it just after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Right. Ha! Was that just a ha? She's laughing, you get it. I'm so happy you two are able to have a laugh at my expense, and even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is, and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. Well, you kind of expect it from her. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before, because she's shy. Duh. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Exactly what I was saying. Hey, that girl over there. Huh? Who, Hichan? Her, Hanako, over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, Hichan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone? I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something. No, I don't think that would be a good idea, Hichan. Why not? Chi-chan wouldn't get along with her. Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but still has that lilting up and down quality present in everything she says. Just because, Hichan. By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation, and it makes me realize again how Misha has been assigning everything she's been saying this whole time. What, Chi-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not going to say that. You said it anyway. I know, Hichan. It's fine if you overhear. I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her I wouldn't be able to understand a thing Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time, so there's never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hichan. We finished with time to spare, and I decided to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing amongst themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. What about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder toward the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks, the ones with actual box lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who can see her, almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder toward the classroom career door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? Alright. Since we're going down the Shizune path, this is what we do. Misha and Shizune are still arguing about their choice for a lunch place, incomprehensible for a pair of high school students who have to take a taxi at least to make it downtown and back in time. Haven't you finished already? Oh, sorry, Hichan. Were you waiting for us? You don't have any plans? Yeah. No, forget about the tone. Plans? For lunch? Well, I don't, so I thought I could hang with you guys. I'm gonna have to start talking slowly for these parts. It seems to work better. Misha smiles victoriously at my lack of plans and excitedly translates my response to Shizune. If you don't have anything specific planned out, do you want to eat lunch with me and Chi-chan? We're going to town for lunch, though. Don't worry, Hi-chan. It's not that far. Sure, I'll come with you. And with that, we leave the classroom. Just around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a runaway train. Ouch. Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and now has fallen down onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they are not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Aw, man. Yeah, you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry. Is that Yuko's voice? I don't have enough female voices. Probably gonna have to recycle a few. Just skip text. Great. Forget it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Ouch. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. It seems normal. Hey, should I get a nurse? The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds dumbfounded until I realize that I probably looked worse off than I really was, doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me. Big time. There's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay. I thought it was fine. Nothing's broken. No harm done. That's good. I feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time the girl's eyes widen in horror. And eep? Yeah, eep. Eep. Yeah, let's go with that eep. I don't have time to look behind me because Shizune is already shoving me aside and stomping over to the girl, signing furiously at her. Miss Abarazaki, I saw that. Running in the halls is strictly forbidden. Misha translates, right on Shizune's tail, but her voice is girlishly playful, not full of the divine fury Shizune's arm movements would seem to call for. So you can tell Shizune's pissed, but she can't exactly talk. Sorry, I was just gonna get some stuff and I was kind of in a hurry. I don't think Shizune gives a shit. You've been One second. You've been told this 1,000 times before. Your reckless behavior endangers other students and even worse, inexplicably against the school regulations. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little girl caught misbehaving. It's so cute, I find myself smiling. I know that, I was just Make sure that this will not happen again, although I'm sure telling you this is futile and only causing me further headache while you choose to ignore the regulations. Got that, Emmy? The small girl sticks her tongue out in response. Ah! I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but it went running instead. Sorry, I gotta change and everything. Before Shizune or Misha or I can say anything, she's already bolted from where she was a second ago, almost halfway toward the stairwell. Shizune looks like she's about to go nuclear on the spot, so I smile at her in a vain attempt to calm her down. Are you okay, Hi-chan? That Abarazaki girl is always like that, causing trouble to others. You know, I'm pretty certain Shizune wouldn't call me Hi-chan. Never mind. Yeah, anyway, I'm okay. Just got the wind knocked out of me. That's great, Hi-chan. I wouldn't call that great, but I'll let it slide this one time. So, let's hurry, Hi-chan, to have lunch. We promise it'll be great. I'll take your word for it. What kind of a place is it? A restaurant or something? It's a tea house, Hichan. A tea house? That sounds kind of fancy. Why are you looking at your wallet, Hichan? It's okay. If you don't have any money, we'll cover for you. That's really nice of you. Thanks. It's okay, Hichan. After all, we're friends, right, Hichan? It's only been 3 days. We're really friends that quickly? Yeah, but hearing that makes me happy. It's only for today, though, and only if you accept right now. Do you still want to go, Hichan? I start wondering if this is some kind of trap. Is this Misha's suggestion or Shizune's? This is important. I'm still a little apprehensive about the possible motives of a girl whose favorite pastime is the game of world domination. No, I'm just being paranoid. Actually, they've grown on me already, and I do have to go to town sometime. So, why not now with them? I've never actually been to a tea house before. All my expectations are what I've seen about them on TV. But those are period dramas, and these are modern times. It might just be a regular cafe, and they're just calling it a tea house. Either way, I'm curious about that too, so this is another reason for me to join them. Sure. That's great, Hichan. That's great! Yay! Yeah. Misha hops up and down briefly to show how happy she is, which causes a few heads to turn toward us. Shizune opts for a polite tiny clap that lasts for all of 2 seconds before she goes back to looking stoic as usual. Would it kill you to be a little happier, Shizune? Oh, I wasn't aware that Hichan was king. Ha 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 ha! Shizune pushes her glasses up as Misha delivers her message, totally without sarcasm. I guess it would sting more if she could say it with the intent Shizune meant behind it, so for once I'm happy to have Misha as a barrier between us. I'm not telling you to jump for joy just because I'm having lunch with you. I'm not that arrogant. She seems to accept this, and we head for town with Shizune leading the way. Watching her walk in front of me, I noticed that she walks very quickly, taking long, heavy, determined strides. Maybe if we were traveling through a snowstorm, it would make sense to walk like that, but it's a perfectly clear day. Anyway, it's making me feel exhausted just watching her. We arrive at the tea house in what Misha says is record time, likely because of Shizune's blazing pace. I feel a little let down seeing this not a huge feudal-era building with mats on the floor and women in kimonos pouring the tea. It actually is more like a cafe, as I thought. Not that that's a bad thing. It looks very nice. As soon as I walk through the door, someone zooms in front of us as if they had been lying in wait the entire time. Welcome! Thank you for patronizing this establishment. Only 20 minutes and I can't talk straight. Fantastic. The top half of her body drops forward in a bow that looks like an axe chopping through wood. I'm surprised to see it's none other than Yuko, the librarian. Hey, I didn't know you worked here. Oh, yes, I do. I'm a waitress. I've been working here for 1 year, 6 months, and 2 weeks now. Thank you for choosing to come here. Is there anything I can do for you? Hi, Yuko-chan. Hello. Misha, you know her too? Of course, Yuko-chan. Yuko-chan works in the library after all. I don't go there often myself, but Yuko-chan knows her. And we both come here a lot, so it's like we see her all the time. Yes. Should I get you your usuals? And if there's anything you would like, please feel free to tell me at any time. You don't have to be so formal. We all know each other. It's also pretty empty today, so she can afford to take it easy. I was hoping she would stop looking so nervous, but my words have the opposite effect. No, I'm a waitress. This is my job. I have to do it properly. Okay, that works for Chi-chan. Chi-chan, please get Chi-chan what she usually gets, and I'll have some green tea with milk and honey. No pressure. Yes, but this is my job, and there's always pressure. I'm sorry, I'm arguing with a customer. Sorry. Yuko takes another 100-mile-per-hour bow. I decide to give up and join Shizune and Misha at a table. As soon as I sit down, Yuko comes by looking even more upset than before. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I forgot to take your order. I'm not attentive to customers, that's not right. I'm sorry. If there's anything I can do to make up for it, please tell me. It's okay, Yu-chan. Yu-chan didn't order anything, so it's not your fault. Don't be upset. It's true. Guess I should order now, but I don't really know what this place serves, and there doesn't seem to be a menu. Yeah, she's right. I'll have some coffee and a sandwich if you have one. Whichever sandwich you think is the best tasting one here, because Shizune is paying for my meal. Shizune frowns and gives me altering looks of surprise, indignation, and bemusement, unable to decide between the three. Yu-chan, just how much money do you have in your wallet? It can't be that little, right? We should split the cost 3 ways to make it fair. Yeah, I won't accept anything else. Misha turns to Yuko. Shi-chan says she wants 3 of whatever's the most expensive item on the menu. No! Haha, just kidding, He-chan. Okay, I think the turkey sandwich is the most delicious sandwich, and it comes with free soup. A good employee would try to recommend the item that there's the most of, though, or the most expensive item. Am I bad at my job? No, that sounds good, I'll have that, and some coffee. Okay. She comes back a few minutes later with our drinks and my sandwich. Shizune seems to be fine with just her tea, while Misha also ordered a parfait. I don't know why, because I can't imagine many other things that go worse with tea. Oh well, I take a bite out of my sandwich. It's very good. He-chan, have you thought about joining the student council? Huh? Don't talk with your mouth full, He-chan. I washed my food down with a sip of coffee, which is also surprisingly good, but now's not the time to remark on how this place has good food. You said you understood it was too early to expect me to make a decision this quickly. That was like 3 hours ago. A man should be decisive, He-chan. You really should join the student council, He-chan. Come on, it'll be fun. People always say, come on, it'll be fun about things that are never ever fun. And now you've just pissed off Shizune. Don't you believe me, He-chan? Is it Shizune saying that or Misha? What a cute expression, but the effect is somewhat jarring, like she has split personalities. He-chan, that's depressing. We just want to spend time with you. That's right, Yu-chan. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yep, this is beneficial to everyone. It solves all our problems. Yeah, I also thought He-chan would appreciate it. That makes me sad. Suddenly, I feel really left out. It's rude to talk about someone without letting them in the conversation. Shizune adjusts her glasses, laughing to herself. But it's true, He-chan. You would be helping us out. Membership has been really low this year. How low? That's a secret, He-chan. No, I want to know how low it was. How low is low? Ha 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 ha. 5? Lower? Well, 0? Wahaha! He-chan, that isn't important. What matters is the number is low, and that is why we would appreciate you giving us a hand, especially with the festival coming up so soon. And it's looking to be a busy-headed year ahead in general. So you're not going to answer my question. No. I sigh and straighten up in my chair, trying to look as defiant as possible, because this seems like a big issue and I do not want it to let it go that easily. I feel silly, like a blowfish. Fine, at least tell me this. How many people are in the student council? Total. And Shizune doesn't like that question. Well, He-chan, we're definitely undermanned, but we have enough members to get the job done. Yep. It's not just the 2 of you, is it? Haha, He-chan, that's funny. But it's definitely not just us. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? Yep. I stare at them both, trying to see if they will slip up and confirm my worst fears. Misha frowns, looking uncomfortable, but that is probably because I'm staring at her. Shizune, on the other hand, returns my gaze with one of her own. Maybe she's challenging me, peering at me over the rims of her glasses like that. So teasing and surprisingly immature, like a little girl beckoning someone to play with her. Hey-chan, your 2 cute student council representatives have been trying to make you feel welcome and are even treating you to lunch. You should show your gratitude by joining the council so you can at least help them out. Yeah, it would be great if you could just file some papers for us, and the festival's coming up. We have to build some stalls for the games and food, so just a few. So if you were there, it'd be a lot easier for us. Please, He-chan? What an interesting good cop, bad cop routine. I'll give it a shot. Why not? Just a shot. Okay, I'll give it a trial run. It doesn't mean I'm joining, or anything definite, just that I'll help out a little, and then I'll see. This makes us even for lunch. I'm not doing this because I want to. I finish off the last of my sandwich. This makes Misha notice for the first time in a while that she has a parfait. She starts digging in, much to Shizune's chagrin, because I can tell from the way she plays with her fingers that she had a lot to say. Every time I look at Shizune, she looks back with such focus and intensity. This time is no exception. Her face is expressionless. Maybe she is thinking. Eventually, it gives way to a smile. She signs something, and obviously, I can't understand at all. She has to know that. Then she does it again, a childish playfulness showing through in the speed and energy of her gestures. Misha, what did she say? Misha looks up from her parfait, torn between wanting to help out and going back to eating. What does this mean? I try my best to make the same moves with my hands that Shizune did. I come to realize quickly that this isn't very easy. Imagine doing this all day as your only means of communication. Sorry, Hichan, I can't tell you. Why not? Is it an insult? No, Hichan, I can't tell you because it means something nice. Something nice, huh? Well, they come back to their tea and food, so I guess the conversation is over for now. Question on my mind is, what did Shizune say? I don't believe they actually revealed to you what she says. So, it's a mystery. We'll never know what Shizune said to us. It might be something referring to getting in a relationship with her, or something along the lines of that. Though, being in Act 1, I don't think it went that far. But who knows? Well, the person who wrote Shizune's past did, and, they intended this to happen, so you have to wonder the entire time, what did she say? Anyway, back to the game. I don't really understand, but this makes me wish that I could. Maybe I could even try learning sign language. This school might have courses for it. Being how it's a disabled school and there's blind people, well, no, that wouldn't really benefit blind people, but there's got to be more than one deaf person. So you'd think that'd be a good idea to have that. But, I don't know. Would I really do that? I think about it as I finish the rest of my coffee. I wonder why I'd even be motivated to think about it. Admit it, you like Shizune. Just admit it. You know it in your mind. You know at the back of your mind that you like Shizune. You just don't know it yet. I'm enjoying myself so much that I don't even notice that we were supposed to be back in class 10 minutes ago. Even if I were to start heading back to school right now, it would take at least 30 minutes? Maybe. I can't risk running fast with my condition, so it would take at least that long to get there. Well, 10 minutes late as I already am, it wouldn't matter if I could teleport. Even if I could teleport. Something wrong, Hichan? I just realized lunch break ended 10 minutes ago. It's only my third day and I'm already going to miss a class. Why is Shizune happy about this? Yep, you are already late. Hey, that's not funny, so are you. And aren't you doing the student council? You're setting a bad example. Hichan is so moral. But, Hichan is right, he is late for class, and it looks like you're cutting too, Hichan. Because you're not making the effort to go. As your student council representatives, we're going to have to do something about this and make sure you're punished for it. But you two dragged me out here, this is all your fault, take responsibility. Nice going, Hisao. Hichan, we're just taking a prospective student council member out to try and recruit him. It's business, but you're not a member of the council, so there's no excuse. Yes, there is. That prospective student council member is clearly me. Yes, are you going to join the student council, Hichan? Shizune raises her teacup haughtily and wags her outstretched pinky finger up and down. Hichan, if only you were a member of the student council. But you can still join now, Hichan. If you join now, you won't be in any trouble at all, and we'll be able to take many more nice excursions like this all the time. It'll be fun. I start to think that maybe this was all an elaborate setup leading to this moment. Maybe Shizune lured me out here, banking on the possibility that I'd lose track of time and be forced into this situation. But, for right now, before we run out of time in this episode, I'm going to stop it here. So, next time on Let's Play Katawa Shoujo, we will continue our conversation and lunch with Shizune and Misha, and hopefully get back to school in a reasonable amount of time. So, take care guys, and keep on signing.